All set, Ben? This meeting will come to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll.
Bates. Here. Benjamin.
Here.
Holman.
Here.
Kasdorf.
Here.
Meyer.
Here.
Sardina.
Here.
Tarks.
Here.
Is there anyone desiring to be heard? None. Consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll
Second.
Go for it. I heard Mike.
Yep.
Motion has been made and seconded. Discussion on the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On opposition, say nay. Motion passes. Communications.
Just the department reports.
Got it. Committee reports, building board.
Building board met this evening at 5:45 and approved the building permit for TK Mason LLC at 5125 North 125th Street and a sign permit for the Derby District LLC, formerly Scoops, at 4753 North 124th Street, and a report.
Thank you. Plan Commission, we met this evening at 5:30, and we have two public hearing notices tonight to discuss amendments to our village ordinance. The Plan Commission passed both of those without any discussion, and that's the end of that report. Finance Committee.
Finance Committee met just a few minutes ago at 5:55, and we reviewed and approved January invoices of $2,297,056.33. We'll move that, pass it on to the full board for approval. End of report.
Thank you. Library Board.
The Library Board met on February 13th. A couple highlights. We have our tiny art show gallery night coming up March 26th. We have our 60th birthday celebration on April 4th, which will include book bingo. Our oak box is now installed in the lobby. And the RF tagging project is considered complete and within budget and on time for the project. End of report.
Thank you. Last week, we met for the Community Foundation and we discussed landscaping and weed control. End of report. Report of the administrator.
Just a few things for you this evening. Last Friday, we said goodbye to our police chief, David Wentland. After many decades of service, we had a very nice send-off for him, and we welcomed Chief Brian Zalewski to his rank. And we also welcomed Police Officer Troy Heaney onto the force last Wednesday, with him getting sworn in then. And we are going to have a ceremonial swearing in at the end of this meeting. So we are very excited for these changes, but of course, it's very bittersweet with the departure of Chief Wentland. We are in the process of going out for bid for our road project and for our sign project for the village. Those will be publishing, the bid notification will be publishing this week, and the bids will close in early March, with the bid opening happening right after that. Our tornado siren in the park is getting manufactured as we speak. So that is coming along very, very nicely. And we are going to be reading meters starting tomorrow. It should be about a day, and then bills should be going out mid to late March. And then we are, obviously, you probably saw it today, we are cutting down trees on Hampton Avenue. This is part of our Emerald Ash Borer and tree project for the village this year. We received a grant for about $9,000 in addition to what we allocated for the capital project. So we are going to be able to pretty much complete our tree project that we had for the past couple of years this year with the extra funds from the state. So that is the end of my report.
Thank you. At this time, we'll have public hearing notices. We have tonight, public hearing notice for ordinance 24-03, ordinance to amend section 54-723C of the Butler Municipal Code regarding public hearings for variations from the zoning code. And I will open that at 6:04. Is there anyone here that would like to comment on that? None. That will be closed at 6:04 as well. Next one is public hearing notice for ordinance 24-04, ordinance to amend section 54-64 of the Butler Municipal Code regarding notice for changes in the official zoning map of the Village of Butler. I will open that at 6:05. And is there anyone desiring to be heard about that? No one. That will be closed at 6:05. New business. Discussion and possible action on ordinance 24-03 and ordinance to amend section 54-723C of the Butler Municipal Code regarding public hearings for variances.
As discussed at the Plan Commission, this ordinance is for language getting added to the ordinance that would require a 300-foot notice to get sent to property owners affected by a variance application. So when somebody comes in for a variance, or be it for their garage, for a deck, a variance for any type of thing from our zoning code, the property owners within 300 feet would get notice of that. Right now, we are just required to post on our website and at our 3 publishing locations at the post office, library, and at Village Hall. This is just to get the notice in front of residents so they can be aware of what's going on in their neighborhoods and be better prepared for any type of changes that might be happening. So right now, that is just what's in front of you with regards to this ordinance.
And as previously mentioned, the Plan Commission did not have any comment.
I'll make a motion to make the change to ordinance 2403.
I'll second it. A motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in opposition, say nay. Motion passes. New business item B, discussion and possible action on ordinance 24-04 and ordinance to amend section 54-64 of the municipal code regarding notice for changes in the official zoning map of the Village of Butler.
So very similar language. It's adding a new paragraph to the section of the municipal code, just again stating 300 property owners within 300 feet of a property getting rezoned would get a notice sent to them in the mail.
But we just talked recently too about those rezoning terms. So this isn't that. This is just strictly the notification.
Correct.
With that, I'll make a motion to accept 2404 as written.
I'll second.
I heard Mike. Bill and Mike. A motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in opposition, say nay. Motion passes. Discussion and possible action, resolution 24-05, a resolution to adopt a formal compliance assurance plan for an effective recycling program.
The DNR has been cracking down on municipalities when it comes to their recycling programs as part of the responsible unit program where we get our recycling grant from the state and being able to have a recycling program in the village. We need to have a formal written compliance plan that details at least one way that we would go about correcting any non-compliance issues when it comes to the recycling. So John's Disposal is required to have one as the hauler, and we are supposed to have one as the municipality. We, I believe, at some point had one written down back, I believe, in probably mid to late 2000s. That's when our ordinance was passed for the recycling. However, I have been unable to find it, and it needed to be updated anyways, since it has been a number of years since it was passed. And I would like to just have something formal written down, so when the state does come and ask for it, I can give them a brand new copy of the past plan and the resolution.
So this is just giving you a go ahead to put one together.
Correct. I had it in the packet, so it was right below the resolution. So that's kind of the plan. I think that I have 3 or 4 different solutions to non-compliance issues, which is more than what the state requires.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt 2405, the formal compliance assurance plan for an effective recycling program.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On opposition, say nay. Motion passes. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chief Zaluski to come forward to swear in our new officer, Troy Heaney.
Thank you, Village Board. I would like to formally introduce you tonight to our newest officer, Troy Heaney. Troy comes from us. You can come on up here, Troy. Embarrass you for a few more minutes. Troy comes to us proudly with experience formerly as a police officer, City of Milwaukee Police Department for about a year before he came here. Prior to that, Troy worked for 2 different agencies in Washington County, both part-time and full-time. And I am honored to say that we are thrilled to have him here with us in the Village of Butler. Troy has already had positive influence on our department, the interactions that he's had. We have great expectations for you, Troy. He already brought us some food in tonight, so he's already kind of a step ahead, right? He gets it. He gets it. So
I don't see it.
the reason we brought Troy on board, you could tell from meeting Troy and from everybody that you talk to that he's a man of great character. Okay. That is what we strive to be here. We can teach people tasks and skills about being a police officer or any other job. What you can't teach is what people have innately inside of them. And with Troy, it's a great character. That's a tribute to his family members who are gracious and joined us here tonight. It warms my heart to see family here because as you'll see, a small agency and a small community, family is important to all of us. Troy, if you'd like to introduce who you have here tonight, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, on the left here is my mom, Kelly, my dad, Dan. He has previous experience with MP, retired from the last couple of years. His wife, Nadine, and my grandma.
And Grandma Jane, do you remember all of our names? You met us earlier. We said there'd be a quiz. All right. We'll wait till after the meeting. So, no, with that being said, again, I guess as one of my first official roles, it's an honor to have Troy on board with us and to swear him in here in front of the board. We're excited for what the future brings here with not only our department, but to have Troy on board. We have high expectations here. We will continue to set those expectations high. And we know that Troy is going to be an integral part of our team moving forward. So with that being said, I'd like to, why don't we do it right over here. I got it. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Troy Allen Heaney,
I, Troy Allen Heaney,
having been appointed to the office of police officer,
having been appointed to the office of police officer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and comply with
that I will support and comply with
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Wisconsin,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Wisconsin,
the charter, laws, and ordinance of the Village of Butler,
the charter, laws, and ordinances of the Village of Butler,
the rules and regulations of the Butler Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Butler Police Department,
and the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics,
and the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of the office of police officer
the duties of the office of police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's all right. So go ahead. You can.
Yeah, so real quick, I just want to thank the current chief, our old chief who had a say in hiring me too, who's not here, obviously retired. But thank you to you too, and all the patrol guys and stuff that have welcomed me into the department and have been real good guys. I look forward to working with each and every one of you and serving the community of Butler as well. I'd like to ask my dad to pin my badge.
It's already on. Obviously, Troy's been working for a few days, but ceremonially in law enforcement, if you were here for the ceremonies the other night, deep tradition and what our badge means for us. and the pinning of it. So, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much and
Aboard,
welcome
family.
to Butler. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
I heard Tom. Motion's been made and second to adjourn. Is there any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On opposition, nay. Motion passes, adjourned at 6:15. Thank you. Yeah, getting good at these.